was motivated to read the A game because in the beginning of the class, it was very hard to understand his testing method. So my previous studying tactics was not lining up with the way that he tests. So in reading the A game, I was kind of skeptical in the beginning because I was like, oh, I've been doing pretty good so far, so I don't really understand like why I need to change my studying method. First two tests, it did not go well with previous studying, especially because I studied with note cards. So I read the book and I was like, okay, some of these I understand why it isn't working because he's testing on like a higher level, university. So it was helpful reading, I would say, the last 5 rules. I applied, of the study tactics that he mentioned, I cut out using note cards, totally using note cards in his class, and I totally applied getting his notes, recording his lectures, and writing his notes verbatim like over and over and over again. And that's, in his method, he calls it self-testing. So I had to adopt a new method. That's the one I applied the most. Since reading the booklet, I've also changed reading the material ahead of time. I'm not a big reader, so that's like one of the issues that I had with going into this class. I didn't really like to read the material ahead. So in other courses, I've also learned that if I read the material ahead of time and then I listen to the teacher and then I go back, it's kind of like, oh, I heard this before, oh, I'm hearing it now, oh, I can do it again. So that's really helpful to do that as well. Dramatically. In his course, when I read the A came and I used it on the next test after that, it made my grade jump 3 letter grades.
Wow.
Just because I went back and I tested over and over and over and over. So by the time I went to the test, I knew all the material like right off the top. Self-testing is so beneficial. It's like doing it over and over and over again. It's kind of like, okay, you get to a point to where you can write it without even having to look or having to read it. Mm-hmm. Especially, and another thing that's helpful is like, a lot of teachers don't approve of it, is like recording the lectures. It's really helpful to go home, like take a nap, and then get up and listen to the teacher again, because you're not listening at 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. Mm-hmm. So you can go home and re-listen to it again, mm-hmm. and catch everything. Like you can't catch it the first time. Mm-hmm. They're going so fast. Mm-hmm. So recording lectures is helpful too. Definitely recommend it to others because it is a game changer for your grades. Mm-hmm. Living proof. Mm-hmm. I appreciate Dr. Sufka mm-hmm. writing this book because it is very helpful. Mm-hmm. And I would say it's helpful in the upper level courses, most definitely, because they tend not to test on the lower level. They tend to test on a cognitive level, and you have to learn how to, oh, well, I've been studying this way, I've been getting by this way. But for this material, it teaches you how to basically change your mindset when it comes to upper level courses mm-hmm. and get better grades.